Well, thank you for giving testimony today. Sure. And I do appreciate the fact that you, as a representative of your organization, seem to be for securing our border, as I think the majority of people are in our country, as the majority of people are who have testified, although we had one lady that actually believes we should open our border up and have a common America border, which just to do away with the sovereignty of our nation like that, I think the majority of Americans reject outright. So it's good to hear that you do support securing our border, which is something that only the federal government can do. We do have a stretch of border up in Erie, but still we rely on the federal government to secure that. And as you talked toward the end of your testimony about using our help with the Pennsylvania congressional delegation, we in fact passed a resolution before we left after the budget was done July 2nd. We passed a resolution prior to that that I had authored to encourage Congress and the President to secure our border. So hopefully the Senate takes that up when they get back, because it was a concurrent resolution. It needs to be passed in the Pennsylvania Senate, and then hopefully that will be delivered to the President and Congress. It was passed unanimous in the House. So this is a bipartisan issue, bipartisan support for securing our borders. Now with that said, you start off talking about the problem of labor, that you employ 100,000 Pennsylvanians, fastest growing segment of Pennsylvania agriculture. Now we had received testimony earlier this morning telling us that in fact the work visas, the work permits for bringing in foreign nationals to do agricultural work, that there's an unlimited number of those. Now, is this restricted based on the Landscape and Nursery Association's component of agriculture, or is that just directed toward vegetable harvesting, or would you have any knowledge related to that?
Absolutely. This is a complicated issue when you start talking about visa programs. And so let me state right off the bat, with respect to our industry, our members use two visa programs primarily. They use a visa program called H2A, which is designed for agriculture, and they use a visa program called H2B, which is designed for seasonal employment that is considered non-agricultural under the federal definition. So with respect to our industry, landscape contractors use the H2B program, and the nursery growers use the H2A program.
So the H2A would be the program that is unlimited?
That's correct.
Applicants?
Yeah, I was here actually, and I heard Ms. Buchanan's testimony, and she correctly stated that the program is unlimited. What she did not state is the massive amount of problems with respect to the program that make it unworkable for our members for the most part. And she was correct when she said it's less than 40,000 immigrant workers who are in this country under H2A.
You know, it's just, if you can, not to interrupt you, but just so I get the information that I need as we consider this. Now, you brought up the testimony of a gentleman from the Pennsylvania Farm Bureau.
Gary Swan.
Right, and his testimony. So his membership would be applying generally for the H2As, it sounds like, because he's dealing with dairy and vegetable farmers in the state of Pennsylvania, whereas your membership primarily would be dealing with the H2B because they're in landscaping. And
well, our membership deals primarily with both. Because again, nursery growers under the federal definition are considered agricultural employers, whereas landscape contractors are considered non-agricultural. And there are questions with respect to state laws and even local ordinances about that. It's a complicated issue with our industry, because our industry focuses on plant material, and most of that is grown. And sometimes we have landscape contractors who grow, and sometimes we have landscape contractors who don't grow. But to boil it down for you, our members use both. Now, Ms. Buchanan was speaking to the H2A program, and we are quite familiar with that program, and you are correct. Other agricultural employers and other industries can use it. But
so just to stop you, not to interrupt,
yes.
But just so the point's not lost.